senior government officials, special guests, fellow innovators, our finalists, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. I think it's proper that I start by extending words of appreciation and acknowledgement to all of you for gracing this auspicious occasion. It is indeed a singular honor for me to be here, as we have all come together this evening to reward hard work, excellence, and innovation of public service. I give my gratitude wholly to the organizers of these awards and the positive thoughts that went into the preparation of the tokens of recognition. Our unconditional appreciation goes to those that took time to participate in the nomination process. And we're also thankful to those that committed to exercise adjudication, which we can all believe was and is impartial, and of course it is progressive. Program Director, when we confer the awards for excellence of service, what is it that we are trying to say to our people and the rest of them? What are we trying to say to those officials upon whom we are making this gesture of affirmation? To try and respond to the above questions, I wish to speak to the most important aspects of the environment that make up the background and context within which these awards are staged. In talking about this context, esteemed guests, I will refer to our code of conduct as government broadly and as individuals charged with fulfilling government goals and reversing the challenges of our people. The white paper developed by the Department of Public Service and Administration in 1997 on transformation and transforming the public service stated in relation to our constitution that public services are not a privilege, but a legitimate expectation, and thus a necessary requirement for the deepening of our democracy and protection of human and constitutional rights of all kinds, especially those that were previously disadvantaged. Fellow South Africans, it is also the same white paper that sets out the constitutional imperative for excellence. Even then, in 1997, the Department of Public Service and Administration had already adopted as its guiding principle of public service transformation and reform the slogan which said, the paper states, and I quote, that the introduction of a service delivery program cannot be achieved in isolation from other fundamental management changes within the public service. It must be part of a fundamental shift of culture improvement, whereby public servants see themselves first and foremost as servants of the citizens of South Africa, and where the public service is managed with service to the public as its primary goal, unquote. Thus, ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that the Constitution demands that public service should be of high professional standard, and that public service must imply the efficient, economical, and effective use of resources. In the advent of 4IR, it means government needs to find innovative ways to deliver public services with high efficiency, but within the austerity measures put in place while aligning with current socioeconomic needs and developmental objectives pursued alongside. It is also crucial that we note that transformation and innovation advancement of the public service cannot occur without the dedication of public officials elected or appointed. It would also not occur, ladies and gentlemen, if government as a whole does not instill and show commitment to the resolution of the challenges of our times. Such excellence of work that we are rewarding today would also not have occurred without other fundamental changes in the public service, changes which are continuing to unfold out of processes of collective learning and relearning. Dr. Zent once said, innovation is seeing what everybody has seen and thinking what nobody has thought. I'm so glad, Program Director, that the 2019 theme of the Public Sector Innovation Conference is Designing Thinking, Foresight and Innovation. This theme provides the appreciation and approach by the public service employees to continually see what everybody has seen, but think what nobody has not thought. Take action thus, including a culture of thinking by employees that focus on things such as solution-based approaches to solving problems. Our ambassador said, a way of critical thinking and working that appreciates a collection of hands-on methods. And this theme talks to the constant engagement and discussion on revolutionary ideas, which are non-linear, but include iterative processes which seek to understand users, challenge assumptions, redefine problems, and create innovative solutions to prototype, test, and then replicate, with the main objective to improve the cost of doing business in government, but primarily delivering better services and thus bettering the lives of our citizens. Ours is about bettering the lives of our people. The Center for Public Service Sector, amongst other exceptional initiatives, the CPSI coordinates the annual Public Sector Innovation Conference, with that last one held over the past 2 days just here. Of course, the CPSI, this glorious Public Sector Innovation Award program, which is now taking place here, is its own responsibility. This award program director aims to recognize and reward projects and programs that are improving public service delivery, that promote and encourage innovative thinking, and encourage information sharing, partnership, and most importantly, replication or mainstreaming of successfully implemented solutions to better the lives of our people. Implemented solutions. The Public Sector Innovation Awards program is a critical, effective, and robust platform that supports the transformation and development of a better performing, creative, entrepreneurial, and highly productive public service. We, in fact, as the Public Service and Administration portfolio, salute you here for ensuring that as a government, we continuously improve our service delivery through innovation. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are celebrating excellence. We are celebrating those amongst us who demonstrate at all times the unwavering commitment to serve the people of the Republic of South Africa. We are celebrating those who never betray the ethical standards which the masses of South Africa view as fundamental to the definition of themselves. We are celebrating those whose enormous intellectual capacity and personal energy are used to pursue the objectives of Batu. We are celebrating those whose characteristics include honesty, faithfulness, and those who detest corruption as it robs our poorest of their right of a better life. We are celebrating those in the advent of the fourth industrial revolution who will fully avail themselves for and to conduct research and innovation to contribute to a collective effort of socio-economic development of our country, South Africa. It is needless to say that intimately attached to the above qualities we have mentioned has been the promotion of professionalism, responsiveness, effectiveness, efficiency, innovation, caring, and teamwork, etc., of course, in the public sector. To remind you, the 2019 Public Sector Innovation Awards had the following categories. I'll just list them. One is innovation, reducing the cost of delivering services. Two is public sector innovation, ambassador, champions, and trailblazer. Three is citizen-focused innovation. And four is innovation harnessing the 4IR solutions. The winners of each of the categories then compete for the sought-after Public Sector Innovation of the Year award, which is the pinnacle of the awards ceremony. In addition, as it has become a norm, we also recognize citizens who are contributing into improving service delivery through our special serial award, of course, our award. Furthermore, for the second year running, we have partnered with our youth through the Culture Hackathon, with whom we are connected through a live link. They will at all sides, be awarding the Culture Student Innovations Award. Mr. Tiani Ngonyama will soon introduce our youth partners. I'm told it is important that we do not just talk about the youth, but that we engage with them to co-design service delivery solutions, and at times to step aside and give them the freedom to come up with new solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin with awarding these innovators here, it is important to emphasize, as I have mentioned earlier, the awards program is a critical platform for our replication and mainstreaming of successfully implemented, tried and tested solutions in the public sector. Some of you will recall the following winners and finalists. Probably one of them would have been Saving Blood, Saving Lives project from Edinburgh Hospital in KZN, and of course, together with GEMS. This, of course, as you know, saved the hospital over 30 million rand in the 5 years it has been operational. Through efficient use of blood and blood products, these savings allowed them to employ more health officials. This project was successfully, I'm told, replicated by the CPSI in Gauteng hospitals and is now saving about 800,000 rand per month by these hospitals, such as Beka Hospital, Tembisa Hospital, Far East Rand, to mention just a few. Of course, the second one is the one that was presented to us here by Tracy, the Standing Boxes project. Yes, Tracy, you gave and you continue to give children the ability to stand through the standing boxes. Something that we take for granted, as you said, but for others, it means so much. And thank you for that project. The other one is just Ndlovu Community Health Project, the now famous project that we awarded in 2008, continues to impact on the community and even more visible now with the world famous youth choir, inspiring our youth that they can be anything they dream to be. Every year, we make a call to government institutions to work together across the 3 spheres. Strong intergovernmental relations can help us realize an integrated, collaborative, and seamless policy planning and implementation and environment at all levels, in fact, at all levels of government. And through technology, that can be done. And of course, the ambassador has emphasized that. In order to achieve this, government needs to defy its pre-existing bureaucratic inhibitions and adopt new and innovative and out-of-box approaches to its working culture and environment. And the chairperson mentioned that. Part of being innovative is to be less afraid to open up and accept new ideas from others instead of perceiving them as threats. Program Director, we also strive through the CPSI to acknowledge and support young entrepreneurs and innovators who are already within government, because there is a risk to create a false impression that there are no such people already within our system of government. Through the Public Sector Innovation Trailblazer Program and the dedicated category, the CPSI endeavor to promote and nurture ICT skills in our young public servants. Of course, the old public servants such as ourselves. We further urge both public and private sector to commit more deeply to transformation through the promotion of innovative ideas and provide assistance to micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises of those formerly disadvantaged to be integrated to 4IR era. Ladies and gentlemen, CPSI is hard at work ensuring that solutions developed, chosen for replication are those that respond to 7 apex priorities of government. This is indeed a mammoth task, but not an impossible one, because CPSI is an organization of winners. Excellence, of course, is of course the alpha word in many CPSI day-to-day businesses, and this has been recognized by different institutions. DPSA received a clean audit report for the third year running following the Auditor General's annual audit. Recognition was also given to CPSI by the high-level political forum of SDGs in New York, that is the USA, in the strategic foresight program they are doing with UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program, and the Eastern Cape Socio-Economic Consultative Council. And of course, CPSI continued to run the Public Sector Innovation Awards program, which has elevated and encouraged innovators in government who are more and more developing e-services to improve service delivery. We sing these praises and mention these achievements, for we know that the CPSI cannot blow their own horn, so we hold and blow the horn on their behalf with great pride. Because recognizing and rewarding best performing employees is the hallmark of building and promoting a high culture of performance in any organization. Hence, we mention these things. As I conclude, Program Director, let me once again thank our adjudicators. I will also want to thank the CS Boshomane accountant, that is the auditors, for dedicating and volunteering their time to judge these projects. Most importantly, let me thank all who entered the 2019 Public Sector Innovation Awards and our finalists here. They are all winners because the work you are doing makes a difference already in the lives of many who benefit from government services. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Well, if nothing changes, we stay the same, we don't grow, we don't evolve, we don't get better. And that's not going to work, not for you, not for me, not for public service, not for South Africa, not for Africa, and it's not going to work even for the world. The only way to discover the limit of possible is to go beyond them into the impossible, because we need positive change, we need new ideas, we need progress, and we need innovation as we belong, as we care, and as we serve. Program Director, God bless South Africa, and I thank you very much.
I'll definitely have to request the Deputy Minister to stay on stage. Let's give our Deputy Minister a hand of applause for the wonderful job she has done on stage. I don't want to comment much on what she was saying, but I've learned something, that innovation is when you see what everybody has seen, but you start to think what nobody has thought. Let's give that statement a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I'm standing here and I'm wondering why people are so surprised, and I realize that some of you is the first time you see a program director who is handsome and beautiful at the same time. Normally we have never seen that. And I'm wondering if all of you have seen what others have seen, that this guy is handsome. But you might not thought that this guy is also beautiful at the same time. That is innovation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've been told that people were wondering where are our restrooms. If you look at that screen where I am, oh, I'm on both. Okay, on that one, that's where that's where our restrooms are. You are welcome to go there. And I've been told that, yeah, we'll be trying to make sure that in this room it's cooling down a little bit, and I think we are working on that. And ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to call on stage Miss, I'm not not Minosemis, then Mrs. 2019. I'm going to call Tiani Ngonyama to come and acknowledge the hackers in absence. Let's call Tiani Ngonyama of Geek Culture. I like to read this name to stage to come and explain what the awards are all about. You can shake your hands, ladies and gentlemen. The music is good, man.
The Honorable Deputy Minister of the Department of Public Service and Administration, Mayor Sindisiwe, Chikunga. I always struggle to pronounce that name. The Executive Director of the Center for Public Service Innovation, Mayor Bakela Kaunda, innovators, fellow geeks who are watching from different parts of the country, partners, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. I am from Diani. Yeah. So I am the Chief Operations Officer of a youth organization called Geek Culture. Geek Culture is formed in two words, geek plus culture. So essentially, we build a culture of geeks in South Africa. Ours is to create and enable platforms for innovation and creativity. It has been an absolute thrill to work with the CPSI in enabling platforms for young innovators, for young local geeks to be able to be involved in the digital transformation as far as the public the innovation is concerned. So as they have mentioned, we are currently running a hackathon. So a hackathon is a marathon for hackers. So from tonight up until Sunday, no sleep. They will be coding, they will be developing applications that addresses and also seek to make our lives much better, also seek to enhance service delivery. And one of the key challenges that we have there is a Women and Health Data Challenge in partnership with the Women Sciences Research Council. So to make sure that the young techies, the young innovators are able to build things that are relevant, things that will address the future, things that are set to make change. So the hackathon is currently happening in two areas right now. It is happening in Johannesburg and also in Kimberley. So there are young geeks who are watching right now from Kimberley. They will be starting the hackathon that is powered by the Department of Economic Development and Tourism in the Northern Cape. So all these efforts, all these platforms to be able to enable young people in innovation are a collaboration. Between the public sector, the private sector, the civic organizations, and we use the skills to make sure that we are addressing the innovation that matters, because these are the future leaders. These are the people who are building the future of governance. These are the people who are embracing the notion and the beautiful thing of open innovation, of which we aspire to go through. So as mentioned, I will also be announcing awards of student leaders. So these are the Geek Culture Student Society leaders on campus. We have the program in 18 campuses in 6 provinces, and they do a lot of work on campus in embracing and enabling the culture of innovation, especially civic tech as well, because that is quite key. So in this regard, without any further ado, I would like to name the winners of the Student Tech Leadership Award. Without any further ado, I would like to name the winners of the Student Tech Leadership Award who will receive their prizes on Sunday. We do have exciting prizes for them. So the first prize is for the best female staff. This is a female who has been driving innovation on campus and making sure that other students, especially female students, are able to be included in this transformation process we aspire to live up to. So the winner of that is Miss Yolanda Mabusela from the Vaal University of Technology in Kaapstad. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation requires support. We do acknowledge the lecturers on different campuses who are making sure that students are getting access to opportunities to innovation platforms and such. And the best support lecturer in the award goes to Miss Eva Mamabolo from the Salt Lake University in Kimberley. As I've mentioned, we do work with the DPSA future leaders. And the best industry or governmental mentor, a person who has been on the ground, making sure that students are connected firstly, making sure that they are innovating towards what matters. And the winner of that award, ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Muzi Tombela from the Center for Public Service Innovation. I have traveled with him to many areas like VR, for example, and we unearthed innovation from that side of the world. One project that still sticks to me was the fetal alcohol syndrome challenge. So they realized that was the challenge, and young innovators in VR built a solution around that. And it was quite exciting to see the grassroots innovation of which we must champion. Ladies and gentlemen, through these hackathons, there are always projects, and some of these projects are mind-blowing. Some of them need a lot of work, and the best project developed this year at a hackathon goes to a project called Dumela in Kimberley at Salt Lake University. Now, we are always talking cybersecurity. These youngsters in Kimberley used a cybersecurity method called stenography. We were able to develop a new way for public sector officials to be able to communicate in the most encrypted way and making sure that there's ease in communication as such. So a highly encrypted solution, and we are in pursuit of the implementation of that project. The university, Salt Lake University, is quite involved in that process as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the best student chapter in terms of the Student Leaders Award is the Salt Lake University in Kimberley. And our best industry support partner, people who are always there making sure that young people are getting access to these technologies, because it's not always about the funds. We don't always need the money. Yes, we do need the money, but so sometimes it's also about the guidance, and also take these technologies and give it to young people and see what they can do. And the winner for that is a company called Year Technologies. So Year Technologies will use to be known as Nokia Maps. They are doing quite a lot of work in the village, in the areas, and we are also making villages, to imagine how will villages of the future look like. Hashtag smart villages. And the best leader of 2019 in terms of the Student Innovation Awards goes to what Mr. Messi Mahale from the Vaal University of Technology. And would you like to give a special recognition for a governmental department that was always supporting this ground efforts? Right now, the Northern Cape is hosting the only provincial hackathon in the country. It's been running since 2015. It is quite exciting to see some of the startups that were created out of that process. And we do like to acknowledge the role of the Department of Economic Development and Tourism in the Northern Cape. Ladies and gentlemen, as I leave the stage, the future might start tonight. The young people are busy. They are busy. They have sacrificed their weekend, 42 hours of coding, trying to imagine, trying to build, trying to find their own space, trying to find their niche, trying to find that thing that will make sure that their legacy stays behind. And they need our support in whichever platform, in whichever way. We need to be able to say how do we support? We always need public sector officials to come to these programs to make sure that they are being supported as such. And we do acknowledge, of course, the role of the CPSI. So the CPSI works as a custodian of these legal funds, because works as a custodian of these legal funds, because many people ask, so what happens after the legal fund? So we have the CPSI that plays that role to try and link the innovators to a particular department, trying to guide them as well in terms of this might work, this might not work, and most importantly, be able to point where are these innovations needed the most. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Diani. I didn't know that the geeks were watching. Hi, geeks. Yeah, the geeks are watching wherever they are. We are really appreciating. And one thing that is very much interesting, they also awarded the best lecturer. That is very good, because to me, lecturers and teachers, these are the very